Alright, so this trade is from Tuesday, April 19th. SEV. This is a little bit later in the day. It's almost 1 p.m. New York time. So I did see this one in this range here when it was breaking over 675. I just couldn't really find a great entry there. I'd kind of given up on it when it was, didn't follow through much and just kind of came back down. So when it fell below VWAP, I didn't think much of it, and I kind of stopped paying attention to it. I was watching YouTube videos and stuff. But then after it had come back up through 750, I want to say it was on the scanners and stuff. I started paying a little more attention to it. But then it fell back down. So I was like, okay. So when it came back up in this range here, like 780 or something like that, I don't remember. But this break of this candle here, I missed that opportunity as well. So there's really like 3 times that I probably could have bought this before I did. Always getting to the party late, man. I don't know what my problem is here. I need to pay more attention. But up in this range here, I was thinking, okay, well, it's still moving. It was still pretty strong. So I figured I would try and get the break of 850. This right here, you can't see, is 847 was the high here, or 848. Sorry, it's over here on the level 2. So we'll just watch this for a second. Kind of see where it was moving a little bit. Kept coming up to that range, about the same height there, 848 or so. The 5-minute candles, you can see, moved up, had the doji up there. So I thought, okay, I'll wait a little bit, just make sure this long candle underneath. I figured it shows strength, so I'm like, okay, maybe this is still good. We'll play it safe though. I put my share size down to 300 shares just in case it decided to fall. So right in this area, I want to say is where I bought it, 850. So it goes up a little bit, but not much. I don't even know if it broke 850 really. So it maybe just a little bit, it looks like. But yeah, so then it just falls back down, and it didn't climb right away. So I was a little worried. I end up doing this. I buy too soon, so we're at a 25-cent loss already. So I need to start buying a little bit earlier, or at least at lower prices, maybe when it's bouncing off of some support. But regardless, I bought into it. It came down a little bit, but I figured with 300 shares, a 20-cent loss, I can afford that at this point. That'll only be like $60, which I don't want to take a big loss like that, but I figured also that this was still showing the strength on the 5-minute and everything, so I'm just going to wait it out a little bit and see if it falls through the 9 EMA here on the 1 minute. That would really scare me, but at this point it was still above that, so didn't worry too much. Skip ahead a little bit here. So it bounced, came down and bounced off of that 9 EMA, started to come back up a little bit. Right about here, this is still moving sideways. So I'm still not really 100%, sure that this is going to break, but I figure, again, if it doesn't fall below the 9 EMA, still okay. So as soon as it were to fall through there, I would be selling. But see right there, it pops up. Go back a little bit. So you can kind of see it comes back up to 850, goes right through it, 855. It kind of pops up to 858 there, and that's when I put in the order on the ask. It didn't show up right away, but you can see up there it says 858. So I sold it on the ask there. Didn't sell right away. It came back down to 851 here. So I'm like, oh man, maybe it might just be bouncing back down, which is not fun. But came back down to around 850 or so. Got back over that, and then my order finally sold in this range right here. So went up, continued to go up a little bit further. So I probably could have held on to it for just a second longer and maybe see up there 867, 868. So probably could have tried to sell it up there, maybe for on the bid even would have been a better sell point. But it is what it is. I made some money on it, not as much as I'd like, but I wasn't 100% sure that it was going to keep going past that point, and you got to be kind of quick on these. So that's how I handled that one. Like I said, not perfect, but it was a little bit of profit for the day. So this is the trade report. Bought it at $8.50, sold at $8.58. Only 300 shares on this one. After commissions and fees and everything, Ends up being a net profit of $17.74, which puts the account just over $700. So again, not exactly where I want to be at this point in the month, but at least I've made money and I'm not losing money. I'm beyond the break even point at this point. I only need to make a 125 to break even for the trade platform fees and everything like that. So it started at 532.49 and we're at 701.08. So like I said, it's not terrible. Not exactly where I want to be. I think I need an extra like $430 or something at this point would be on pace at that $50 a day goal that I had. But I still think we could make $1,000 by the end of the month, so we'll keep pushing forward. But that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed the recap. Yeah, thank you very much.